Bianca's struggling with the clacker. She almost fell out of her seat. So we had an awesome episode going until I think my sister told me my cat was having an asthma attack, and then the dogs were barking at her. And Chai, our little wiener dog's bark is ear piercing,
like insanely loud. I don't know how because she's so small, but it's so much.
You have like drool on your. You had drool on your chin, you weirdo. We get her talking about Spider-Man and Tom Holland, and then all of a sudden she just says drool coming out of her mouth.
We were talking about Tom Holland.
Yeah, we were really quick. We were talking about how it was a weekend full of superhero movies, okay?
Kel didn't really get a chance to watch UFC is what he was saying.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the UFC because the 49ers, they take
priority.
They take priority over everything else, especially during playoff time. So whenever there's a conflict there, cannot watch. So I probably won't be watching UFC 270, and it's going to suck, but I still am going to make predictions, and we're still going to talk about all the fights on there.
But you caught up on it.
Yeah, I caught up on all the fights. I watched the Brian Boom Kelleher fight. I watched the
You're just not going to be watching it live.
I watched the Bill Algeo fight, and I watched the main event, and I watched the Jake Collier fight. So yeah, we watched a few of them, super good ones to start off the freaking year, but let's get down to the business.
We were talking about Spider-Man.
We watched in one weekend, okay? Or 1 week. We started on Wednesday. Wednesday, we watched Boba Fett and Eternals. Then, on Friday,
that was a good one.
I watched the second Spider-Man with Tom Holland movie with Bianca. And then
I had already seen the third one in theaters, but I never saw the second one, so I wanted to go back and watch it. He didn't really want to, but I kind of forced him to do that with me.
Yes.
But then, lo and behold, 3 days later...
That's a new little phrasey. That's a new phraser.
Like 3 days later.
This is what the podcast is for. You just test out new phrases. Okay, like, oh, does that sound good or not?
Like,
linguistics, girl.
Let me finish. Okay, so 3 days later, he went with his friends and saw the third Spider-Man, which I had already seen. Yeah. So he got the second and third one in like the span of 3 days.
But snuck in between there, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, and a Batman. He's more of a Batman fan. Mm-hmm. Christian Bale's the best Batman. No argument there. So.
It was sick. Dark Knight Rises is better than the Spider-Man movies. Also, Shang-Chi with the 10 rings beats Spider-Man, and he's better than any other Marvel superhero.
Favorite superhero right now is Shang-Chi.
Yeah. It's a Bruce Lee superhero.
Yeah. It's pretty. I never saw that one, though. He did watch that one by himself also last week.
Yeah.
So, you're going on a kick, dude. For someone who claims to not really be a Marvel fan.
You know what hit it off for me, though? I was bored one night, and I was on Disney Plus, and I said, what's on?
No,
and Endgame. I watched Endgame without watching any. Really, probably the last superhero movie I watched was the Black Panther movie.
Never seen that one either.
You've never seen?
I told you I've never seen that. Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Oh my!
I need to watch that.
God,
I need to watch
you're
Endgame.
A loser.
I watched Black Widow in theaters without knowing that she died.
No, we watched Black Widow. Yeah, that's right. That was the last one I watched.
And
it was this summer.
Spoiler, sorry, that she died in Endgame, right?
Dude, people don't know.
I know. I didn't know. But then I saw they were like, yeah, this was filmed before she died in Endgame. And I was like, didn't know she died along with Iron Man and Captain America.
We don't know anything about superhero movies. We're not experts. We just kind of like watching them.
Spider-Mans have been my favorite since the beginning. Tobey Maguire era. But
yeah, she got emotional when Tobey came. Got emotional?
I cried a few times in the third one. But it was for nostalgic reasons. It was so good. Okay, continue.
Okay, you know what? You want to talk about real life superheroes?
Good
Calvin Keator versus Giga Chikadze is the closest thing you're going to see to two real life superheroes. Calvin Keator is pound for pound the toughest human being that has ever walked the face of the planet, and he took out one of the UFC's fastest rising stars in Giga Chikadze. That fight kicked off the year with an absolute bang. I mean, it was obviously going to be spectacular. There was no way in which this fight was going to disappoint, and Giga Chikadze stuck in there despite getting cracked, and he was landing some good shots on Keator, but Keator is just too well rounded. Just a full display of just great mixed martial arts capabilities. Speaking of great mixed martial arts performance, just a whole package is TJ Brown. He displayed it all on Charles Rosa. Charles Rosa looks so good for taking the fight in like 3 days, or however, it was a weekish notice, I think. And TJ Brown, I told you guys, watch out for this guy. He's got a right hand that is a heat seeker. And we have to. I was thinking when I was listening to other podcasts, they have catchphrases and stuff. Literally, we're Heat Seeker. Like, we need a T-shirt for that. That's merch.
I think it should be Heat-Seeking Missiles.
Yeah, that's what you got. That's what he has in his right hand. It's crazy.
Did you come up with that? Or no? Heat-Seeking Missiles?
I don't remember
I've
hearing
only ever
the
heard
last
you
person
say
I've
it.
heard. I had to have got it from somewhere.
I don't know.
All
We'll
I'm
have to
looking at is
figure
the
that out.
4 light rings in your blue light glasses right now.
Good.
Is this a 3D movie? Oh my. Oh, yeah.
Do I look like a spider?
No.
Do you get it with like... Okay.
No, but I watched the Brian Boom Kelleher fight versus Kevin Kroom. Kevin Kroom, same type of deal as Charles Rosa. Brian Boom, another great. He mixed in the takedowns. He got inside despite the humongous reach difference. And he looked good at 145 too. Brian did. I watched the Bill Algeo, where have you been all my life? This man is like a Corey Sandhagen at 145 pounds. He's so cocky.
That's
though.
Cool.
Joe Anderson was in the fight the entire time. Bill Algeo, he pulled out a close one. And then Vyacheslav Borshov, he was actually that body shot. We have ourselves an early candidate. Do not forget about Vyacheslav Borshov, because that kidney shot against Dakota Bush was lethal. Absolutely lethal. And then Brandon Royval versus Rogerio Bontorin. I thought Brandon got the dub. He was so freaking disappointed in his performance. Nothing to be embarrassed about there. Rogerio's tough. He wasn't doing much. Brandon was landing the majority of the damage. Jake Collier got his submission. And Calvin Keator, dude. Gichikadze, like we said. This is what I wanted to say here. Calvin Keator, with this performance, so impressive. He is definitely in the title picture now. All he needed was that Juan win, and he is. We were talking about how he might not be in the question. Anything is possible at this point, especially with how the world is right now.
I didn't know he was American.
Why?
I don't know. I did not think he was American. Wait, let me see his photo.
Calvin Keator is literally from the East Coast New England cartel, baby. He's about as American as it gets.
Foreign. That's weird.
Yeah. I know it's really hard to differentiate between that star with the red and white stripes and the blue and white
I'm
star.
just seeing the flag on his page now.
What foreign guy you know's name is Calvin?
I don't know, but Keator, that is not a typical American last name.
What's the American name, do you,
I'm
huh?
just saying Compton.
Your last name is Compton Castilla.
Compton is a literal city in California. What?
What does that have to do with anything?
It's an American thing, place in California. I'm saying Keator.
So if your last name is Francisco, you'd be like, that's American because there's a San Francisco city. Okay. Sorry that you're losing brain cells right now.
No, all I'm saying is if you hear his name, I don't know why, but Keator. Yes, Calvin is a common name in the U.S., but Keator is not a common last name in the U.S., is all I'm saying. It sounded foreign to me.
It's a very unique name.
Yeah, it's a unique. And so it sounded foreign. That's all I'm saying.
The Boston finisher. Dude,
which he's from Boston. He could be foreign.
Dude, we had the Raw Dog and the Boston finisher in one fight card. That is cash.
I bet he has some stuff in his lineage we don't know about.
We all do.
Exactly. My point.
Okay, moving on from that freaking mess of a... So, I'm disappointed I'm not going to be watching the Ngannou Gone fight. This one has intrigued me. How many times have I played this out on freaking UFC 4? Countless times. I play with Cyril Gone every single time. Francis probably won half the times. Cyril's won half the times. And that's what I'm going to give it. It's going to be a 50-50 shot.
50-50.
One thing before we get into this. I saw a little thing. Don't know if it's real or false. But if Arnold Allen welcomes Dan Hooker into
145,
the 145-pound division, that is going to be super duper fun. Arnold Allen, uppercut is fantastic. His kicks, his striking is awesome. And then he has sneaky submissions as well. And Dan Hooker,
Snake Cheka.
He utilized such good wrestling against Nasrat, not so much against Islam Makhachev. Nobody can really do anything against Islam, but that would be such a good fight. Also, wanted to make a short, quick episode of when I got the announcement, but a fight that I was not too happy about getting... That I didn't want this fight to happen initially. But the more and more the media starts to promote it, and the more and more like closer it gets to that time, and the more I think about how exciting the press conferences and stuff are going to be, the Jorge Masvidal Colby Covington fight is going to.
You weren't. That was not the thing I thought you were going to say at all. You weren't excited for that fight?
No.
Why?
Colby has everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Except that they always talk crap to each other, and it's going to be an insanely good fight.
It's going to be a one-sided slugfest showdown,
sucker. You think it's going to be a one-sided?
Colby's going to ragdoll him.
So then he does have something to gain. You're saying he has nothing to gain but everything to lose, but you think he's going to win? Then he does have a gain.
I mean, that's big brain right there. I'm like Zach Galifianakis with the numbers and the pie size. Yeah. No, he does. No, I'm saying Jorge has everything to gain and nothing to really lose. I mean, he's going to lose.
Jorge does. Yeah.
No, Colby. Jorge is... All right. Follow me, listeners. Okay. Ready? Okay. Jorge Masvidal, if he gets a double for Colby, it throws a big hitch in things. Colby, all it takes is one big shot. He gets cracked. It's not going to happen. But with the slight chance that it does, Colby is, in our minds, the second best welterweight that has ever done
Your mind, not my mind.
Who's the second best, huh?
Not him. Don't like him.
That doesn't make him not the best. Bianca, you need to realize you need to separate your emotions from the skills.
Honestly, though, it's gonna be a really good fight. And I was, when you were going on with that little tangent about how you weren't looking forward to the fight.
Never heard
tangent. That going on that little
dude.
I'm just trying new words. Okay, I'm trying new words out. When you were going on that little tangent, I'm pretty sure that's the word.
Tangent.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Tandem bike.
It's a comedy podcast.
A tandem bike.
Tandem bike.
Tandem. I'm combining words and syllables.
She does that.
Hey, I'm in linguistics this term. It's messing with my brain. Okay. All I'm saying is I wasn't expecting that to be the fight you were talking about.
We covered that. Colby's going to ragdoll him. Early prediction. Colby via 4th round TKO via ground and pound.
Okay.
It's going to be tough, though, because Jorge is strong. He did stop some of Usman's takedowns in their first fight. So it's going to be... I think
it's going all 5 rounds. And it's going to be a decision.
It's going to be a 50-45 kind of fight. Jorge's not going to win a round. It's going to be Jorge's retirement fight.
Well,
Jorge's not going to fight again after this.
I don't think he'll win, Jorge.
He's going to go into celebrity boxing.
It will go 5 rounds. And it'll be decision, but Colby will win.
Yeah, there's no way Colby's going to win. It's just really risky. Colby's not afraid of it. He knows it's going to be an easy fight. It's just not easy. It's just really
I would say
risky.
Easy, but
there's a lot of money to be made, and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
I just know they really hate each other, so I feel like you never know. Jorge could beat him. We don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right. Should we or should we not get into UFC 270? Break down the head storylines.
Shut up.
Break down the head storylines of UFC 270. Okay, let's do it. So, we're going to get into... I really want to talk about the fight that matters to me most. And...
let's hear it.
That is Ilia Topuria versus Charles Jourdain. Ilia Topuria was scheduled to fight Movsar Evloev. That fell out. And who
sounds like in? You're not from this country and you're just putting words together in that sentence. You're like, who? And the sounds of the words don't go with the words.
Who steps in? Who steps in on short notice?
I'm just kidding.
Charles Jourdain does. And this could not be a more intriguing matchup at 145 pounds, given the fact that I knew about Charles Jourdain. He's the man. He puts on fun performances. He's so dynamic in his striking, super fun. But I never knew he had that special part in him where he's a killer. And against Andre Ewell in his last fight, it was the last fight on his contract. And when he threw that spinning heel kick and he yelled and was just going haywire, just a man possessed in there. Originally, without that Andre Ewell fight, If you told me Charles Jourdain's going against Ilia Topuria, I would tell you Ilia Topuria is going to take him and tear him in half. After seeing that man unlock new level of craziness against Andre Ewell, I'm not going to just say Ilia Topuria runs through him. Sure, Ilia, he's probably one of the most well-rounded fighters. He's never lost. He's probably the most well-rounded 145er. I mean, I know that's a lot to say, but his striking, everything, he can take you into deep waters. He can submit you, do absolutely everything. Everything he does can destroy you. But Charles Jourdain, he's going to stick in there, and his stand-up is going to give Ilia some issues. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Ilia Topuria is probably going to get this dub if he gets it to the ground and stuff. But I really am liking Charles Jourdain. He's got a fan of me for life after what he did against Andre Ewell. And so that's the fight that I wanted to highlight. We know Movsar Evloev versus Ilia Topuria. Honestly, this may be a blessing in disguise that this fight doesn't happen, because there were so many people disappointed that these two are colliding this early in their careers. And that when two fighters come together early, that kind of stinks, because both Movsar and Ilia are going to be at the top of the featherweight division in the next few years, so whoever would have won that fight would have bragging rights, even though it would happen probably like 3 years prior, so it wouldn't even be, it's like that situation with Kamaru Usman beating Leon Edwards, where Leon's a completely different fighter now and they're both at the top, but Kamaru has the bragging rights, like, oh dude, I still beat him, even though it's not the best analogy, because Kamaru recognizes that
just so early in his career and everything that it's like
right. So it's kind of a little bit of blessing in disguise. Everybody that didn't want that fight to happen, here you go. But Ilia, this is a really tough matchup, and Charles Jourdain, he kind of became a new fighter against Andre Ewell. He like everything that happened in the past. This is the new Charles 2.0, like craziness. So I'm really looking forward to this fight. It's going to be fight of the night. I don't care what other predictions. I know we have some bangers, but yeah, on Charles Jourdain versus Ilia Topuria is going to be the banger. And then our boys, we finally get Raoni Barcelos versus Victor Henry. Raoni, like I said, is like one of the best 135ers. He got screwed against Timur Valiev. He's going to be back, and him and Ricky Simone, like I said in prior episodes, are going to have massive 2022s. And I'm adding another cat to the list. Is downtown TJ Brown. I really am digging what he was doing. He's so well rounded, and so yeah. But he's a 145er baby. But one fun fact that I saw on MMA Junkie that you guys probably are already aware of, but 8 fighters are set to make their UFC debut, the most on a PPV / numbered card since UFC 180 in November 2014. 8 UFC debuts from cats, which is gonna be fun. We're going to get a new little influx of fighters. We're going to see who's legit and who's not. And we're going to add new guys to our little arsenal of MMA knowledge, which is fun.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be freaking sweet. Who we got? Let's make some quick picks right now.
Whose birthday is it today?
Whose birthday? Where does it say what?
Oh no, it's not anyone's birthday today. I don't know. We should start making that a thing and like checking whose birthday it is, because the past few episodes it's been some fighter's birthday. Because
Anthony Jimenez.
Anthony Jimenez
is 32 today.
Nice, happy birthday,
Anthony! Let's go.
We'll just start saying happy birthday to the fighters every episode.
yeah, that's cash. We can start doing. We can maybe do. There's a build your own rankings thing too. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Really quick, let's do some fights for, Kay Hansen, the young gun versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. I don't know how to say her name.
Let me see.
Jasudavicius.
Jasudavicius.
Jasudavicius. That's what I'm going with. I'm going Kay Hansen.
After all that, then you pick the other girl. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jasmine.
Okay. Matt Frevola versus, is it Genaro Valdez? This is one of the dudes I'm excited to watch.
Canadio.
I'm pumped to watch this guy fight. I didn't watch him on the Contender Series.
Ooh, yeah.
He's only 30. Let's freaking get after it.
He's
He's 10-0, baby. I'm taking him over Matt Favola. I'm excited to watch him fight. And there's another guy too. Okay, Vanessa Demopoulos versus Silvana Gomez Juarez.
Silvana.
Okay, I'll go Vanessa. Tony Gravely versus Simone Oliveira. Dude, Simone Oliveira looks like a stud. I think I'm going to pick...
Simone for sure.
There's a bunch of new guys that we're going to find out about. Is that not exciting or what?
That's actually cool. And his name is Oliveira.
Yeah. Okay, Jack Della Maddalena or Pete Rodriguez. Dude, Pete's got some freaking...
Look, let me see the other guy.
Pete's only 25.
He's got a lot of wins, though.
Yeah. Is this his UFC debut? Oh, you bet it is. Because he's one of the 8 guys. Jack Della Maddalena. Oh,
he's a New Zealander.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If I know my flags.
These two cats have never fought in the UFC before, and they're colliding.
That's going to be a good fight. I don't know who... Honestly, I'm going to say that's a...
I'm going to go with the freaking...
Jack
New Zealander. Della Maddalena. Dude, that's a sick name. Okay, that Michael Morales versus Trevin Giles. Okay, Trevin Giles is a stud, but he's got caught a few times. He got caught against Dricus du Plessis. I've seen him fight. And then Michael Morales looks like a killer.
I think I'm going to go with Jack,
He's only 22. Dude, this Michael Morales kid, he could end up being my new favorite fighter by the end of the year, dude. This guy looks like an absolute stud. 12-0 welterweight. Number 5 in Latin America. I'm going Michael.
Oh, that's cool.
Michael Morales.
Okay,
baby.
I'll go the other guy just to have something different, but I think he's going to be a sick guy.
But Trevor Giles is a stud. Okay, and then I'm obviously going County Barcelos over Victor Henry. Okay, now Big Jack the boy Rodolfo Vieira versus Wellington Turman. I'm going Wellington. I'm going Rodolfo because he looks so good against Dustin Stoltzfus, and I think he's getting that cardio in tune, and he's not going to just gas himself out.
Yeah.
Remember Rodolfo's that big dude that I'm like,
with you.
He only has 2 minutes to fight in him, and we were right. Anthony Hernandez ended up submitting him.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him.
Yeah. I'm not dismissing Wellington, but Rodolfo's just a killer. Okay, Cody Stamen, mans that blew me off versus Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Mans that blew you off.
Okay, fun fact though. Okay, he hasn't won since that, which is wild. Yeah.
So Kellan was supposed to interview him, or they didn't like set up anything, but he responded.
It was just because I wasn't following him.
He was like,
and he's like, "You want some of my time? You're not even following me." And
yeah, he was like,
he's probably joking. He's really busy.
He was probably just kidding. But it's
so funny. It's an ongoing joke.
Though, so now we always just joke about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of rooting for Cody just because good people rise above.
You're the bigger man.
I'm bigger than that.
You're the bigger man. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with him, but I'll go with that guy.
Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Said.
That's rude.
What?
His name's Saeed.
But that's really cool that it's spelled said. Can you stop making like offensive things out of everything I say? Let's not play that card, okay? Because that's not what I mean by anything. You know me. Got it?
We just got real attack mode here.
No, I'm not getting attack mode. I'm just letting you know.
The whole entire voice changed. And you puffed out your chest and you started pointing
about my chest.
And you said card. And whenever you say card, like pulling out a card, generally never a good thing. Generally. Dude. All I wanted to say is Saeed Nurmagomedov over Cody Stamen.
All I'm saying is I didn't know that his name, yes, is Saeed, but it was spelt said. I think that's cool.
Nice cover up. That's her.
Okay, you're just turning it into something it doesn't.
Okay, now she's gonna go on Instagram or TikTok and then just tune out the world. That's what she does. Whenever she gets mad, she goes on her phone.
Oh my god, that's not even true. Okay, continue.
Michel Pereira versus Andre Fiallo. I'm going Michel because he's so fun, so dynamic.
Oh wait, I like him.
Yeah, Michel's crazy. Acrobat, man. He beat Nico Price, but that was a close fight. Nico stuck in there better than I thought he would. And then Andre Fiallo's tough, but I'm going to have to go with our boy Michel Pereira.
Yeah.
If he can just stay calculated and just minimize his crazy explosive techniques and stay in it for the majority of the fight, have a little bit of gas in the tank throughout the fight, I really believe he's one of the most dangerous welterweights in the world. Because he trains with Johnny
agree.
Walker, and Johnny Walker is a flipping huge man.
Your man's up next.
All right, the man's that I predicted to be champion, and he did become champion, Brandon Moreno. Everything happened so fast for this cat because he beat Brandon Royval, and then all of a sudden made a quick ass turnaround, and then fought for a title.
Stardom.
He shot up to stardom, baby. Got that.
I love him.
Fantastic draw a month later against Davison, then comes back in June, snags that belt, baby, and now he's fighting Davison for the third time. Expect a close fight.
Maybe him and BJ are related. My stepdad's last name is Moreno.
I mean, somewhere along the line, right? We all have ties. Remember? We already covered this with Keator.
Well, like,
we all got
don't you have a couple Sorianos in the UFC? Those are your cousins, right?
Yeah, I got Sean and Punahele.
Yeah, see? Long lost relatives.
I have 2 brothers in the UFC. Don't mess with me. Make you think twice before saying something bad in the comments.
Isn't there a Compton, too?
Huh?
I swear there was a Compton.
No, we got a Tom Compton on the Niners.
That's what it is, yeah, for the Niners.
I mean, I'm sure there could be a Compton in here. I don't know. It's a city in California. You know that?
Yeah, did you know that?
Did we get that in this episode or last?
This episode.
Oh, okay.
Because you were coming at me for the Keator thing. That's why I came at you when you said the Saeed thing. Because you came at me twice this episode.
We need to stop coming at each other.
Yeah. Stop coming at me, bro.
Dude.
I'll come at you.
Bro, I'm going to get Raw Dog out here and come at you. Brandon Raw Dog Royval. Don't let me get the Boston finisher. Bro. You want me to call it Calvin? The Boston finisher and have him come at you? Don't mess with me. Man, this one is going to have that little E next to it. This episode's going to have the little gray E next to it.
Your mom's going to be mad. She's going to watch this back and be like, Kellan.
My mom's always like, I need to catch up. But it's like, you're never going to catch up. You're never catching up. Never catching up.
Your dad watches them, though. So
yeah,
cute.
He listens. He does. That's a fact. Okay.
So
now I'm picking.
We didn't do the main event, did we?
I know. I was clicking through tabs. Okay, get off my back. Brandon Moreno over Davison. I think it's gonna be a closer fight, though.
It's gonna be close, but I swear, if Brandon doesn't win, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna go 3rd round TKO by Brandon.
You're gonna call it a TKO? Wow.
I think he's gonna clip him and then ground and pound.
Okay.
I think Davison could get him in a little trouble on the ground, maybe, but Brandon's takedown defense is money, but his boxing is some of the best in the UFC. He's so fast, and he's so good. He's got such a freaking fast job, and, like, his left hook and stuff. He's so good. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Brandon. Francis Ngannou versus Ciryl Gane. This is the cash. This is the money. This is the cash cow. I'm going to be the new cash cow.
Cash cow.
Patty Pimblett, you know?
Okay, but who are you actually going for?
I'm going Ciryl.
That's what I was
Give me a bowl of cereal.
But I don't want to do the same as you, so I'll go with Francis. Because it's gonna be a close fight, though.
I'm going a bowl of cereal.
That is so offensive.
How is that offensive when I'm pronouncing it correctly?
It's
cereal.
Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl Gane.
Ciryl Gane.
I like Francis Ngannou a lot. I just really think that Cyril's in that mode that's like Magomed Ankalaev, where they've got crazy good technique, and at the end of the day, I think that's going to be too much. He's going to be too hard to hit.
Yeah.
He's going to crack him with some elbows. He's going to chop down that leg, and it could be more one-sided than people want to give it.
No.
People are expecting it to be a close fight. I really believe Ciryl Gane could make this sucker.
I think Ciryl Gane's gonna win because that's who I was gonna choose, but because you chose him, I'm choosing Francis. But I think it's gonna be really
doesn't
close.
win by finish, I don't think.
No.
Actually, Francis could gas out, and that could be what leads to his downfall.
I don't know.
Francis, the only thing with Francis, and we all know this, he has that one-punch knockout ability. No matter where we are in the fight. First round to 5th round, he's always going to carry that. So.
This is going to be a crazy fight. Was this the one that we were thinking about going to?
It's in Anaheim, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going Ciryl. We're going to have a new champ, baby.
That's
Brandon Moreno's going to stay intact. Ciryl Gane is going to get that real belt. And he will no longer be the interim champ. He will be the undisputed. And that's a fact.
Undisputed.
That's a fact, baby. Well, I'm ready to go. Some new fights that got announced. Khalil Roundtree versus Carl Robertson got announced. That's going to be sick as hell. We got The Greg Hardy versus Sergey Spivak got moved back. Rafa Garcia got a fight. Miguel Baeza versus Diego Lima.
They could be brothers.
Miguel is way more attractive than Diego.
But like their ears and their hairline and their body shape, it's very similar.
Okay. Caramel Thunder.
Caramel.
It's caramel.
It's caramel.
Okay. Guys, we have to sign off. I've had enough.
The caramel, tell me what it is in the comments below, please. Is it caramel or caramel?
No one's going to comment on it.
Let me know how you pronounce it. There's only one right answer.
Dude, no, there's not. It's literally... Oh, also, really quick, John Jones doesn't beat Zero Gon, and that's a fact. Okay, guys.
Drop the mic.
All right. That is it. We're ready to go. 270.
Thanks for watching.
You guys tune in. Tell me how it goes. I'll rewatch the fights. Probably not. I'll see the highlights. Let's hope the Niners get a dub. Beat that Green Bay Packers squad, baby.
Manifestation for the Niners. Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
I will just never say anything ever. Okay. Forget it. No, don't manifest the Niners losing. Bye, everybody.
They're going to win by 40. Bye. Thank you guys for watching.